Hello and welcome to DVxUI. Today we are going to design this hero section in Figma. So let's start. Well, before starting, let me tell you about a Telegram group where you can share your designs and get an instant feedback from the designers. So the link is given in the description. Do not wait. Now before starting, let us understand what is given on the screen. Over here I have pages and all the list of pages. Under here I have my layers and the first layer is given here, which is resources. So let's double tap on this grid icon and go to resources frame. So on this resources frame, I have only two things. The first one is the picture that I'm going to use in my design and the colors that I'm going to be using. Now let us quickly get a frame and start working. Let me move it here. And the first step was we need a frame. So you can go to this grid icon over here, or what you can do is you can press F on your keyboard and then a desktop has appeared over here. You have all these options, but I'm going to select the desktop. Now let me zoom in. What you also can do is you can double click on this grid icon and get a perfect zoom. Now I'm going to provide corner radius 24 and fill it with the color which is given here. That comes from the resources, and you can have the resources from the description. So now our desktop is placed, and now what I want to do is I want to provide some guidelines so that I always keep myself aligned with the design. So I've selected the frame and then I will go to this layout grid, enable it, go to this grid option, switch to columns. In the count I'm going to provide 12 and in the margin I'm going to provide 80. So you will see red bars have appeared over here, and these are going to guide me throughout the process of designing. Now let us start with the navbar. So a navbar contains three things, typically three things. The first one is the site name, which goes here, and then the nav link, which goes here, and then a button, which is optional, but we are going to keep it. So for the site name, what we are going to do is, first of all, I'm going to take a text and here I'm going to write alternate.ai. Select it, and from here you can control the typography look. So first of all, instead of semi-bold, let me give it medium, and from this fill color, let me give it a 1B, which is a shade of black. And then I'm going to select this AI word here and provide it a different color, something like this. So this has transformed into the site name. Now let's select it and put it here randomly. Now we need nav links over here. So for the nav links, let me first zoom in here and take a text. So the first nav link is going to be home, then copy paste it. The second is going to be products. P needs to be bigger. Then again, we are going to have services in this one. And at last, we are going to have about. Now, if you see, these are not quite aligned well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select all of them. Then go here. First of all, let me adjust the look of this text. So from here, I will change the font size to 22. Medium is good. And now from here in the layout, I will provide auto layout. So they are inside the auto layout, but they are still not quite aligned. So I'm going to change the direction to the horizontal, and this has been aligned. Now, as you can see, this does not contain all the text. So here in the width, I'm going to say hug content. And now it is perfect. We can also provide some of the padding. So let's give it. So in the horizontal, I'm going to provide 26. And in the vertical, I'm going to provide 12. I know it is not visible. So for that, what we can do is we can provide a stroke of black color with a 30% of the opacity. In this way, we will create a beautiful border around this. Now I want to provide full corner radius, so hold shift and keep pressing arrow up key until it is completely rounded. And now, as you can see, this has been created quite well. Now I'm going to select it and put it here randomly. And now we need a button over here. So let's zoom in here. Take our text and write sign up. Select it. Provide a white color. And I'm also going to provide auto layout. Fill it with the primary color so that the text is visible. The battery is below 50%, but that's just okay. Now provide it a primary color. And in the padding, what I'm going to do is I'm going to provide a padding of 22 and a similar padding in the vertical that I provided to these, which was 12. So here I'm going to provide 12 as well and make it a full corner radius. Now I'm going to select both of these and put them in auto layout, as you can see from here. And this space, which is 45, needs to be decreased to, let's say, 22. Let's zoom out. And as you can see, the navbar is looking quite well. Now I'm going to select these, put it a bit towards the right. I'm just adjusting the alignments. Select this. Yeah, completely at the center. Now there is one flaw that I want to tell you about, and that is whenever a user is on the home page, he wants to know that he is on the home page. So we need to highlight this home. So we will select this home and provide it a different color, which is this. And now let's see. Well, if you see, the home is not visible, but all the other links are quite visible, which we don't want. So let me just go back and select all of these. First of all, let me make them 1B and then provide an opacity of 70%. So now, as you can see, the home is prominent here and all the other text have the least priority. So now this is done. Let us bring our picture and design further. So for the picture, I'm again going to go to the resources, select this picture, copy it, go to desktop again and paste it. Make the alignment perfect. So just align it. So yeah, this is good. Now we need to work with the hero text. So for the hero text, we are going to be putting them over here. So let's take a text. And here I'm going to write AN, basically N. Select it, increase the font size to, let's say, 66 of regular font weight. And place it over here, something like this, maybe a bit above. Yeah, perfect. Let me zoom in here since we are working here. Now copy paste it and write alternate. Select it. Font size is going to be 46. Regular is okay, but the color is going to be white. Let me provide it auto layout. And in the horizontal padding, it is going to be 20 and the vertical padding is going to be, let's say, 6. And now fill it with the primary color so that we can see it. Yes, now it is visible. Now select it and provide it a full corner radius. Let me align it over here, something like this. And yes, as you can see, this looks better. Now again, take a text and write artificial intelligence. You need to make sure the spelling is correct. Well, if you are creating for yourself, it does not matter, but if you are creating for others, it does. Now let's change the font weight to medium. font size to 66 and place it over here, something like this. So yeah, this looks great and this has been placed quite well. Now we need a description text over here. So for that, let's go to a website, write lorem, and here I'm going to select this much of the text. Go to design again, and here I'm going to take a text element and paste it. Select it, change the font size to let's say 20 with regular font weight. Place it over here and decrease the width till this much. We are also going to decrease some of the opacity. So here, as you can see, this is black and all these text are black. So let's select them and provide it 1B. And now we just need to select this description and give it a 70% of the opacity, which now looks quite great. Now what we are going to do is we are going to create buttons over here. So for the button, I'm going to take a text and here I'm going to write, well, again, I'm going to select a text and write get started. Let's provide it a medium font weight with 20 font size, which is okay, and provide it auto layout. The padding in the horizontal is going to be 18 and in the vertical it is going to be 6. I know it is still not visible, so let's give it a fill color of the primary color. Well, as you can see, the button looks quite odd, so let's select it and let's increase this, so a 16 maybe, and here we can have 20, maybe 22. Yeah, 22 and 16 looks quite better. And now we can place it over here. Make sure the alignment is correct, and let's also provide a full corner radius. Change the text color from black to white, and now this looks good. Now again take a text and here I'm going to write our, well, the text is not selected. Let me zoom in here, select a text, and here I'm going to write our pricing. Now select it, and from the fill I'm going to provide a primary color and place it over here. Well, it is quite far from this button, so let me align it perfectly. So yeah, now it looks better. Let's zoom in and now let's walk further. Now we need a line over here. So for the line, press L on your keyboard and drop a line. The width is 616, but we want 624 with font weight of 2, and the color opacity is going to be 30%. The angle of this line is going to be 0 so that it is completely horizontal. And now let's align it. So yeah, this is good. Now again I'm going to select a text and here I'm going to write features. Well, while designing I turned off the layout grid, so let me select the desktop and re-enable it from here. So yeah, this is visible now. And now I can align this feature over here. Select it, provide auto layout, fill it with the primary color again. Now select the text and provide it a primary color. Well, now you might say that it is not visible, but it will be visible in a bit. Now select this box and provide the fill opacity to 20%. Now go here, make sure the alignment is correct and provide a corner radius of full. Increase the padding in the horizontal to let's say 16. Yeah, now it looks better. Let me push it a bit up because I need some of the contents over here. Now again, I'm going to take a line, place it over here, something like this. The color is going to be primary. The weight is going to be 2 again. Let's see how it looks. Yeah, 2 is better, but we can increase the weight. I guess we can make it 3. Yes, 3 is better. Now select this line, make sure there is no angle. It is provided 0 degree, and the width is going to be 500. Now I'm going to go to this color of the stroke and provide a gradient. Place a gradient over here. And now I don't need all these colors. So first of all, select this one. And well, I again did the same thing. Never mind, I will change them manually. So I'm going to provide the same color code as of the above one. So all the gradient have same text color. And now I'm going to decrease down the opacity to 0% of both the side of the colors. And this is how I have created a beautiful stroke of line over here. Now I'm going to select it, copy paste it, and from the dimension I'm going to decrease it to 200, and from the transform I'm going to provide it an angle of 90 degrees. Well, yeah, place it at the middle. Now this thing is ready. Now I'm going to go to a plugin which is Iconify. You can also download it from the Figma community. And here I'm going to search for check. Well, I have a lot of options, but I guess I like this one. So just drop it over here and now cross it. Well, the dimension is 24 by 24. I want it 40 by 40. Put it over here. Let me zoom in. And I also need a text. So in the text, I'm going to write some data, which is massive data capacity. Select both and provide it auto layout. Make sure this thing is in the middle. So the alignment is in the middle, and decrease down this distance to 16. And this color of this check is going to be the primary color. So yeah, this is good, but this distance is quite large. So now select it and let's reduce down it to, let's say, 8. And yes, it looks better. Now make it at the center. Now copy paste it, move it here, and here I'm going to write real time adaptability. I hope the spelling is correct. Now select it, copy paste, and then put it over here. Now here I'm going to write versatile task handling. Copy paste again and go up here. I'm going to write unmatched scalability. Yeah, this is great, and this has been created quite well. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to select all of them and put it just right here to make sure the alignment is correct. Now select both of these and provide it some space over here. So yeah, this looks quite better, and the most of the part is done, but I see a void space over here. So let's fill it with the text. Well, this is not necessary to do it, but you can do it to enhance the view of this hero section. So here I'm going to write artificial intelligence Make sure the intelligence is on the second line, select both. And now I'm going to make it semi-bold and increase the font size to, let's say, 166. Decrease the line height. Give it an angle of 90 degrees. Remove the fill but provide a stroke of primary color with weight 2 and the opacity 60%. Now select it and put it over here something like this. Put it at the back, and now this has been created. Now select the desktop, remove this layout grid, randomly click on your canvas, use this option which says show hide UI. Let's zoom in, and now as you can see, we have created this beautiful hero section in Figma. So this is done. Let me make it full screen. I forgot to do that. Now, if you also have made it along with me, what you can do is you can send your version of the design in the Telegram group and get the real feedback. Make sure you do it. The link is given in the description. We will meet in the next one.